because this is going to come up over and over again, what we mean by sexual marketplace value, because problems occur not because of what X is, because of how we define X. And I think a lot of people here were not really comfortable or even understanding what sexual marketplace value really is.
Sure. So the way I would describe it is the sexual marketplace value has to do with what each person brings to a relationship and thus how valuable they are to potential partners as far as a long-term relationship. Now, I would argue, some would say this is traditionalist or whatever, but I think the evidence bears this out. For men, our value tends to be based on income, stature, confidence, security, ability to provide, our social circles, all that. For women, it tends to be youth, fertility, beauty, chastity, which is the theme of this conversation, something like that. And generally speaking, whoever has more of these qualities is going to have more potential as far as the quality and quantity of partners they can attract. Now, I wanted to address a few points, but because I know that people would push back on this. Number one, I'm not arguing people date solely based on sexual market value, because you can argue, okay, maybe you can date a woman and then have dated a woman that was prettier, but it's like you're not going to pick a wife based on that. But we acknowledge that, okay, if a woman's prettier, she's more likely to be attractive to more men. If a man is rich, you may marry a guy who's less wealthy, but we acknowledge that if the guy's wealthier, he's probably going to have more options, just to lay out that. And then the other thing I wanted to make, because this came up in that discussion about the older women who couldn't find love, is some people say this is degrading or whatever. But then my response, and a friend made this point to someone we know, every human being fundamentally functions this way. Like, if you're a straight man, take three women. If you're a woman, take a straight woman, take men. Take three people one who's like is very attractive, one who's somewhat attractive, one who's unattractive. Okay, you'd happily marry, sleep with, marry the first one, the second one maybe, the third one not at all. Okay, that's sexual market value. The odds are the things that you find attractive about them are attractive to other people as well. So if you say, oh, the first person is one of the most attractive people I've seen, well, the odds are that's going to give them options with other people too. Oh, I want a rich guy. Well, okay, lots of other women do too. That's going to give that guy options. And then, a broke, poor, unattractive guy, yeah, he's probably going to have the fewer options. May he have options? Sure, but it's going to be far fewer. So again, every human being fundamentally functions this way. And my argument is, if you say this is bogus or whatever, it's like, ask yourself, would you date any person who's interested in you? And if you disqualify certain people, well, there's a reason for that. All right.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. This has been a clip from an actual longer recording that I'll try to leave a link to on the screen or somewhere around here where you're listening to this.
Pendants. 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 Pendants.
Peasants.
Okay. Okay.